I thought they would have to give up their nucleus to get him from Sacramento until a deal went down. Tyreek Evans, Langston Galloway, Buddy Hield, and a protected 2017 first round and second round pick. Are you kidding? I mean, a heist took place last night, and the Sacramento Kings should be ashamed of themselves. I don't give a damn that you don't want to pay DeMarcus Cousins 5 years and $209 million. You don't let go of the best big man in basketball. And I got Buddy Hield.
With the 6th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Buddy Hield from Freeport, Bahamas, and the University of Oklahoma.
That's a shot we've been seeing Buddy Hield make with a very consistent, percentage over the last couple of games. That fadeaway, you like that, Jerry? How about that shake and bake?
Boy, that was. Buddy just froze it.
Buddy Hield, nicely done in one motion.
Oh, a really great look again because Tyler Euler's too small.
Buddy passed up the layup opportunity. Oh, look at the nice move and finish by Buddy Hield.
Working, and I'm a hard worker, and I try to be the most try to get everybody together, and I work as hard as you can to move forward to championships.
This better be fucking good, dude.
With the 5th pick, the Sacramento Kings select.
The Kings management have made questionable decisions for about 13 years, maybe more than that. Who knows? The Kings are an organization that has L's. Like, it is literally the definition of an L. If you look in the dictionary right now, you have the Kings there. It says the Kings are a L team. So that's pretty much that. But this team has drafted players like Hassan Whiteside, DeMarcus Cousins, Isaiah Thomas, Thomas Robinson, Ben McLemore, Nick Stauskas, aka Sauce Castillo, and Marquise Chris. None of these players, except for Ben McLemore, play for the Sacramento Kings currently. Hassan Whiteside was selected with the 33rd pick in the 2010 draft, and this pick has turned out to be a player who can average double-doubles and perform monster blocks. And I mean monster blocks. Like, the blocks that he does, he snatches the ball, just eats it up like he's the Cookie Monster. Yeah, he's a monster. But in Hassan's time playing for Sacramento, he has averaged 4 minutes and only played in 18 games in his 2 years there. Isaiah Thomas has gone on to become an all-star. Marcus Cousins is now on the New Orleans Pelicans. Nick Stauskas is in Philly. Thomas Robinson is on the 6th team in the NBA. Marquise Chris is on the Suns. And Ben McLemore still hasn't panned out. The Kings have the 5th, the 10th, and the 34th pick in this 2017 NBA draft. The Kings seem to have their eyes set on keeping Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley-Stein, and Skal Labissière. Buddy is believed to be the second coming of Stephen Curry by Kings management. They believe he will be someone who will be capable of collapsing defenses with his offensive potential, just like Stephen Curry. Buddy Hield, Tyreek Evans, and Langston Galloway were received in the trade from Pelicans for DeMarcus Cousins and Omri Caspi. In 25 games and 18 starts for the Kings, Hield averaged 50.1 points and 4.1 rebounds per game on 42% shooting percentage from 3, and everyone in the organization is looking forward to Buddy jumping up to similar numbers he averaged in his senior year of college. During his senior year, he averaged 25 points per game, shot 50.1% from the field, and 45.7% from 3. Buddy is the future of the Kings and is currently untouchable, and everyone knows that. Next is Willie Cauley-Stein. Willie is a big man that can finish from rolls, catch lobs, and provide defense. He's basically a poor man's version of DeMarcus. He's a poor man's version of DeAndre Jordan. If Willie Cauley-Stein really does become a poor man's version of DeMarcus Cousins, or even gets close to averaging 20 points per game, about 1.4 steals per game, about 1.2 blocks per game, and about 3 assists along 11 rebounds, then that would be pretty good. Even if he came anywhere close to averaging this, maybe he got 16 points, maybe a steal, maybe a 0.8 of a block, and like 10 rebounds, you got yourself something, Sacramento. But this trade was pretty bad.
I mean, a heist.
If you can't get DeAndre Jordan, you could get Willie Cauley-Stein for the 6th pick and much cheaper. Yes, I said the 6th pick. His rebounding and his shooting are his weaknesses. He can pretty much just go to Kobe, like, hey, can you teach a big man to shoot? Because Kobe seems to be working with Shareef O'Neal. His friends are his frenemy's son. I really don't know what's going on here. The final piece the Kings are focusing on is Skal Labissière. Skal fits in perfectly with Hield and Stein. They could try to package the 5th pick and the 10th pick to get Markelle Fultz, or select players with their pick and look forward for the future. With the 5th pick, the Kings should look at Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox, and Jonathan Isaac. Now, Jonathan Isaac is the least likely of the 3 to be selected with the 5th pick, and there have been rumors that the Kings are willing to trade with the Sixers to draft Fox, and in the process receiving Okafor and getting rid of McLemore. Isaac would be a project pick for the Kings. Well, Isaac is 6'11 and has good ball handling skills that allows him to be a versatile player for whatever team drafts him. If Isaac translates properly, he will be able to guard multiple positions. All he needs to do now is bulk up. He could be someone that the Kings slot at small forward, but occasionally slide down to power forward. This will create a tall front court in Sacramento. And realistically, the Kings are more likely to draft Tatum with this pick. Tatum is 6'8 forward that can score like nothing else. He is most comparable to Rudy Gay and Jabari Parker, and when I say most comparable to, I really mean Rudy Gay. Tatum can ISO, pull up from 3, shoot the mid-range, attack the rim, and I sound like Stephen A. Smith when I say he could probably pull up from 30 and smack it. He has it all along with defensive potential, and he averaged 17 points and 7 rebounds while shooting 45% from the floor in 33 minutes playing for Duke. I may be biased about this pick since he is from my area, Missouri, but I believe that the Kings should take Tatum only if Fox is gone. We move on to the 10th pick, and this pick all depends on who the Kings draft with the 5th pick. So the obvious needs for the Kings are at both forward and point guard. Those are the 2 positions that aren't filled up with young talent currently. And with the 10th pick, the Kings should select or look at Harry Giles, Frank Ntilikina, and Dennis Smith. Taking Harry Giles with this pick is a risk because of his injury history, for example tearing the ACL, the MCL, and the meniscus, but knowing the Kings, I can boldly say that they might draft someone unexpected with this pick. Between Dennis Smith and Frank Ntilikina, I would say that Frank Ntilikina is more defensive minded where Dennis Smith has potential. So honestly, right now you have the coach for the Sacramento Kings being Dave Joerger, and honestly Dave Joerger is a defensive minded coach, and if you draft Frank, you can honestly have a defensive point guard. And let's say if they draft Jonathan Isaac with the 5th pick, you have another defensive force, and so basically the team becomes defense, 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 and you can make the Memphis Grizzlies in Sacramento. And honestly, having defense in Sacramento could be a good thing because we're living teams like the Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets, and a whole bunch of other teams that are mainly offensive forces in the Western Conference. So whatever the Kings do with the 5th and the 10th pick is up to them. I'm not going to look too deeply into the 34th pick because I do believe that that is a pick where you could just find some players to even out what you did select. But honestly, I would tell the Kings to look at Jordan Bell. He's a power forward, slightly undersized, being at 6'9", but still he's like a nice defensive-minded power forward. They could just put in, let's say he's like a Julius Randle for the Lakers. So honestly, the Kings should look at Jason Tatum, Dennis Smith, De'Aaron Fox, Jonathan Isaac, and Harry Giles. Champions are going against each other for Game 3. The game is in Cleveland, so all of you Cleveland Cavaliers fans, please comment down below. But The Warriors won games 1 and 2, and I believe that this series will go to Golden State in 5 games. Also comment what you believe this series will go to down below. And a lot is going on with this series. There was some bad calls in game 1 of the finals, but overall a lot of people believe that Kevin Durant is the MVP for Golden State and that LeBron is the MVP for the Cavaliers. LeBron is about averaging a triple-double right now, and that doesn't seem to be correlating to wins, but who knows? Maybe game 3 he'll pull it away in Cleveland since they are on their home turf. Maybe the guys will play better because for some reason NBA players play better on the home court. I don't know why. I would honestly play better on my opposition's home court because I'm getting fueled up more by the fans, but who knows? NBA players are just weird like that. But honestly, guys, if you haven't watched game 1 and 2, please go back and watch that. And please watch this game on tonight. It's going to be extremely good. Hopefully it goes down to the wire and it's not a blowout. If it is a blowout, then I'm not even going to watch game 4 because I really don't see a point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. This is Zapsy, and I'll see you guys in another one.